Adding a probability function to your unit will allow you to implement random results to your scenes based off a transition's or a trigger's numerical weight. Some examples of when this is utilized are slot machine games and sports games. Any scene in your unit can have probability added to it. Probability values are decimals between 0 and 1. By default, probability for transitions will equal 1, which means that the transition will occur with 100% probability. As we can see in the diagram, if we have multiple units, we'll want to split up our probability values to equal 1. So if we have 2 units, we can split them to 0.5 and 0.5, which means 50% probability that the transition will occur to that scene. We could also split it 70-30, or whatever percentages you desire, as long as they add up to 1. You can also see that for our example with 3 scenes, we've split the probability into thirds, so each scene is assigned a probability value of 33%. Begin by adding a transition scene from your probability trans scene to the probability loop scene. Add a Go to Scene button to the probability loop scene and assign it a naming convention. In the Go to Scene drop-down menu, select Probability Logic. This is a logic-only scene that is controlling your probability transition logic on the back end. Logic-only scenes do not appear in the playthrough of your unit. From the logic scene, add a transition and change the probability from 1 to your desired probability value in decimal form, and select one of your result scenes as the transition to scene. Repeat these steps depending on how many outcomes you will have in your unit. In this example, we will have 3 outcomes, so the probability value for each will be 0.33. This value can be entered as a decimal, adding up to 1 between all probability values, or it can be left as 1, at which point the studio will assign equal weight, total these values, and measure the individual probability against the sum. After you've assigned your probability values and transitions, select a result scene and add a transition back to the probability loop scene. Repeat this step for all of your result scenes. In your return scene, add a transition back to your unit home scene. Now you should be ready to start integrating probability into your unit.